Hello, thank you for tuning in. This is my diary, and I want to speak honestly while I can. And genuinely, honestly, I feel ridiculous trying to make a YouTube video because it's the end of August 2021, and obviously, we all know what that means for the people of Afghanistan. And the rage inside me is it's incandescent that the UK government has abandoned thousands of women and children and has somehow managed to blame it on dogs. And that is the hot public debate of the day, women or dogs. I don't know how they managed to do it. I can't process it. However, I don't know what else to do about it. So here I am, sitting on the stairs, feeling ridiculous, making a YouTube video about redecorating my hall. Anyway, I've been an immigrant myself, and I know that feeling of not having anywhere to go home to, and it's a feeling like nothing else. It's harrowing. You can't feel your legs. You just feel transient and invisible, like a vapor. You just feel like a vapor, and I am so relieved I have got this house, and I don't feel grateful, and I don't feel lucky because I did it by myself, and I don't think refugees should feel unlucky or ungrateful that somehow it was just, bad luck that they are in their position, because it's entirely engineered. And I'm just sitting here loving every inch of my sanctuary. I love the door, I love the floor, I love the walls, I love the air inside the hall, I love the stairs, I love my cat, I love myself. Anyway, it's not an act of subversion, it's not some, carry on regardless. I'm just relieved, and if I don't paint something or do something, I think I'll probably turn to dust. So in the most ridiculous of circumstances, in the most harrowing, extreme, monstrous evil in the world, I'm going to make a video about redecorating my hall. And I can't justify it, I don't want to justify it, but I find peace and relief from watching other people on YouTube, and there are some real honest filmmakers out there, and I recommend you find people that you like to watch. And it's so refreshing to listen to someone just being honest and talking about themselves, their life, how they feel, and it's not scripted or manufactured with, an agenda. So here we are, here we go. I hope you like it. So, long story short, I'm British, but I was working overseas and was forced to come back to England because of Brexit. So honestly, genuinely, Brexit has completely ruined my life and my career, my business, everything. So I had to come back to England really overnight, and had nowhere to live, had no home, was stranded really. But financially, I had money from my savings, so I just landed in a city, and I desperately tried to find a house to buy, so I had somewhere to live. And after weeks and weeks and weeks of horrendous failed searching and terrible estate agents, I found myself on the hottest day of the year that year turning up at 5:30 on a tip-off to come and look at this house that had been on the market for months. I put one step inside, that's where I put my foot, and it looked like a squalid derelict cracked in. And with that one step, I thought, I'm going to have a go at this. I just felt safe. I just felt right. I felt this was my casa. I've inserted some photographs of what it was like, and it was strange. The whole became a strange sort of heart of the house. It was by far the worst part of it. And I remember on the first day I got the keys and I stepped inside and I was trying to rip up the whole carpet. The air was so thick with filth that, and I had the front door open, that the lady over the road, who's now my friend, she was saying, I believe, "Are you all right?" But I couldn't hear a word she said because it was so dirty. Like the dirt had made me deaf. Anyway, uh, yeah, so as I started to renovate, started to clean and, do all the work, I sort of lived on the stairs because I stripped that out completely and spent weeks and nights and days and months and oh God knows how long scraping the walls, driving the neighbours mad probably, but thankfully they like me. And yeah, I just used to sit on the top stair and have my dinner, have a cup of tea, have a painkiller, and it went on for months. And I've got a real deep affection for my hall. But the real breakthrough was finding these little mini mats in IKEA. I found just the right amount, and that was the end of the run, to completely transform what had been a real sort of depressing, squalid 1980s, so hovel, really. It was a hovel, but it was definitely. And that just suddenly transformed everything. And I put the dado up myself. The dado. You don't ever want to be putting a dado up on curly walls. Out of everything, that was the hardest job in the whole house. Anyway, I like it now. Um, but over the last couple of years, because of lockdown and everything, and sort of a weird, everyone's been a little bit sort of paralyzed with movement and obviously, not being able to do anything and then doing something and whatever you. It's sort of turned into a bit of a dumping ground, and here we are. This does my nut in, but I don't know why I live like this. Bags, wallpaper, kites from my favourite shop in Hong Kong, a million trees worth of leaflets for fast food, letters from companies that shouldn't exist, bits of tools. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's not keyring. My cat picture. I am evil. COVID test. Hong Kong flowers. Hong Kong market pictures. And oh yeah, this is my quarantine bay. This is where I put everything when it comes in the house. And then after a couple of days, give it a wipe down before it goes into the house. This is a broken rebounder that turned up broken and now is probably going to sit there for eternity. So I can get it to the skip. And what I'm going to do is, even though they look nice on the camera, on screen, they're actually a bit grubby now because, well, let's just say begonia has sensitive intestines and there's been a lot of scrubbing and a lot of bleaching. So the cream, in hindsight, after having begonia coconut, is not the most practical idea. So I'm going to take those off. I've got some new ones from Dunelm yesterday and they're black. I'm going to paint the wall yellow And I'm going to put a collection of mid-century mirrors along this wall. And oh yeah, down here, give you an idea of what state the house was in. I mean, really, this doesn't show you how bad it was, but this is uneven. Even though it's solid, it's just a bit of old chipboard that they've put down. Cowboys. So what I'm going to do is just this small area here, I'm going to line and then lay some beautiful new tiles down, and that should hopefully transform just stepping in to my sanctuary, and it will be, yes, my house, my home. Refugees are welcome here. Oh, sorry buddy, I'm clearing out all the leaflets, but you can definitely stay. You might want to just budge up a little bit though, don't want to frighten you. I found this Jet Safe bag in a charity shop, and I only bought it because it reminded me of the first time I went to America. I went to Hollywood when I was 13. But I'd broken my glasses in school the day before and I couldn't see anything. Anyway, it's probably a good thing. I think it was in the 80s. What are these for? Yeah, oh, I think they're for the old burglar alarm. I'm not sure. How do you get rid of these? Hey Bugs! Hey darling! How do I get rid of these? Do you know anything about this? You're quite technical. Are you hungry? She doesn't normally get involved in the manual labour or anything like that. She's not really into construction. Hi! I think it's tea time. Supervising. I've fed Begonia Coconut. She's now gone for her afternoon siesta. I've thoroughly cleaned all the skirting. I promise you, preparation is the key to a happy future. You can't make it look new on a house like this. It was built in 1889. It's been desecrated by cowboy builders in the 80s. There's nothing you can do about it. So I can't make it look new, just make it look nice. Clean, clean, clean. Cleaned around her or him. If he's still there when I get to paint that corner, I'll have to lift him very carefully and put him or her somewhere safe. What I'm going to do first, before I do anything radical, like just manically paint the whole stairway, I'm going to do this wall as a test by the front door, and I've got Johnson's Warming Rays matte finish. Warming Rays, lovely. It's like a mustard. I'm going to put that on the walls and just in this sort of vestibule area, and I'm going to try out the new matte next to it, see if the colours and the textures are right, see if I'm happy, before I go and start something that I wish I hadn't. Yep, I love it. I'm going to cut in the edges with a small brush and then fill in the big areas with a big brush. And it is going on so beautifully. Oh, I love it. Happy days, happy days. Okay, I've done that section. I'm going to let it dry and I'm going to go and have a fried egg sandwich. On the way from the front door to the kitchen, I realised that a fried egg sandwich wasn't going to be enough, so I've got 2 eggs on toast. And I just made a cup of tea and a new mug that I got from the charity shop, and I don't know if it's the mug. because, you know, obviously some mugs taste better than others. But there's some terrible tea being made lately. Today and yesterday was a really bad tea day. I don't know if it's the moon or if it's my mood. I don't know. I hope this one's better. This is my new, well, second-hand, but new to me mug. It's gorgeous, and I'm not entirely convinced about this cup of tea, but it smells better than yesterday's. And I'm going to sit on the stairs and watch my paint dry. Hello, Peggy. Psst, 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 psst. Hi. Do you like the new rugs? I think so. Approval. I like the yellow. Oh, good. I think we get the go-ahead. I'm off. That rug isn't staying there, but I've just put it down next to the new paint to see if the textures and the tones match, if they complement each other, and I love it. I think it's going to look gorgeous. Much fresher, much more modern and vibrant. I love this green. The sort of sage pistachio green, and I think what I might do is actually paint the front of the house in that green. I was going to use a sort of a sky blue, sort of like a Chelsea blue, not Chelsea the football team, I mean like a Chelsea house blue or a Notting Hill or a Bristol blue. Not the football people, the colours of the houses. Let's be clear, I'm digging myself into a terrible hole. Anyway, I love the yellow and I love the matte. Hi, Papas. Are we happy? Do we like it? Yes. I say yes. She just had another snack. Love this mat. It's so thick and it's really soft. Currently in Dunelm, half price. I think it was £4.90 per mat. I need about 7 to do the stairs. So pretty good, really. Okay, here I go. I'm going to paint everything. Done. Dark, having a lolly. Huh, same colour. Tasty. It's the next morning and I'm absolutely delighted. I love it. I'm thrilled with the colour. The texture's so lovely. I couldn't be happier. And even better news. He's gone, or she's gone. I don't know whether they slipped down under the skating board or... Don't know. It better not have been you. You better not have had anything to do with this. Or they have gone down the hole. Where my victims live. Was it you? No, definitely not. They definitely escaped. I'm going to explain my very cheap and even better than cheap, fast and easy stair hack. What I did was, because I change my mind all the time about decoration and, I'm constantly revamping things, I don't like to commit to, something that's permanent really, which is, getting a company in, deciding which carpet you want, deciding, all the things all those little things that you have to decide when you do one simple thing, and then you get all the ag with the company messing you around, and the people turn up are horrible, and all that shenanigans. And no, thank you. I will always find an alternative answer. So I obviously had the old carpet up. It was really shocking, and I repainted down the sides. They probably needing a do-over now, really. It's been 4 years. And I found in IKEA these little mats. I didn't find here in IKEA. I found here in a garden centre. and they were something like 160 each at the time. It's super cheap. So I bought enough to do the whole stairs up and over, and then the little turn, there's one of those turns at the top, and stapled them on with a staple gun, and it was transformative. Within about 20 minutes, that's all it took me to put them on, I had a grand stairway. So that's it. You can see staples in here. Make sure it's really secure, and voila. These mats have been so great, but thanks to a Facebook memory reminder, I've just realised it's been 4 years since I put these down. And even though they wash really well when they're in place, they scrub with a cloth and washing powder. It's a bit much now. I can't be living with this or this. And it's all down to our kid and her sensitivities. So even though they wash really well if you pull them up, which I've done, and then put them back, I think it's time for an update. And also they're quite thin. So when you walk up and down the stairs, which I do about 1,000 times a day, they're quite hard underfoot. And if you are approaching, as I am, being a aging housebound cat lady, you need a little softness underfoot. There they are, and they're even longer than the ones from IKEA, so that was great. They'll do an extra tread on the stairs. I didn't plan on even doing the stairs until I walked into Dunelm, and they were all in the basket in the front. Originally £7, reduced to £4.90. So I bought one in black and I bought one in mustard. They had both colours, and they all had a grey, I think. And there we go. Yeah, so I brought them home, decided which colour I wanted, and laid one out. Like this. Put it on, and you can see perfect size for 3 stair treads. So I just added up how many I needed, added a bit extra for safety, and went back and bought a batch load. Fabulous! 7 rugs. No mess, no fuss, no ag. 35 quid including petrol. That batch carried home from the car will do the whole stairs, and it'll be stapled down in 20 minutes. But first of all, I'm going to spend 2 days repainting the walls. I've put 2 coats on. I've taken up the old carpet. That was a job and a half because it was so secured. And I've refreshed the paintwork down the sides. Now, this is a really serious, important announcement. It's a safety announcement. Do not do this yourself. I am a professional, even though you might wonder, and I would recommend that you do not do this yourself. This is for display purposes only. You should hire a professional to do this for you, because I do not want you to hurt yourself slipping down some loose mats on your stairs because I showed you how to do it on YouTube. I'm not even going to show you how to do it. I recommend that you hire a professional. Do not do this yourself. Ideally, find a professional plumber who, I used this guy who was excellent. He flooded my bathroom and then drilled through the ceiling in the kitchen to stop the water flooding through the electrics. And he left it like this, but there were, obviously lots of bowls and towels and some of my clothes used to mop up the water. But he was ever so nice about it. He did tell me not to turn the electrics back on before it all dried out, which I was very grateful for his professional advice. Or even the professional electrician who turned up and left all the bare wires on the top floor open and exposed without the sockets being put back on. and this main cable, which is the main cable to the power upstairs, was hanging loose. So thankfully he left in a hysterical rage, but he left the bit of plastic cladding. I was very grateful for him to do that. That was really kind of him. So I secured that myself. I didn't want to bother him, so I just paid him. Or you can use one of those sites that check people's credentials. There are so many of them, you can, take your pick. And if you have a carpenter who leaves your floor like this, means you have to jump over the floor to get out of the French doors, what you can do is you can call up the site that recommend him, and they'll tell you that they will never ever put a bad review, because you get lots of angry, jealous girlfriends calling up. So it would be really unfair on the carpenters or the tradesmen who are, spending their money listing on their websites. So yeah, always use a professional. Never, ever, ever nail anything down yourself. Oh my God, I can't breathe. Right, they're off. I should have hired a professional to put them up. It would have been easy to get them off, but I did it myself, and they were stuck. Oh lordy. Got a sweat on. My heart, I've gone dizzy. But they're off, and right, clean up. Here we go. Johnson's Brilliant White One Coat. And look after your tools, kids. Oh yeah. Worked out well. Every cloud. And it's done. And I absolutely love it. I love it so much that I'm going to paint my bedroom in the same colour. I'm just going to paint everything saffron gold. The light might look a bit dingy because I've got those modern safety bulbs in the chandelier at the top of the stairs that make everything look like an emergency exit from a industrial estate factory. However, the carpet is an absolute triumph. I am thrilled and delighted. It is thick and soft and springy under old lady feet and young cat paws. Fantastic. I can't believe it. I'm so happy about this. Here's a close-up. Just enjoy the splendour and glory of the carpet. Here you go again. Have another look. Here's a shot from a whole floor cam. Here we are, back on the step, all done, and thank you very much for staying with me if you did, and I feel a lot better. I hope you feel okay. I will make this a two-part video. I'll do another video where I fit lots of accessories and some furniture and do some dressing, and that's it. Life, I don't know, life in the hall. Thank you very much. If you liked it, please leave a comment, a nice one, or even better, subscribe or give me a thumbs up, and take care. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.